When I'm up at 7, the sunrise gives me a glimpse of heaven. I get right to work, a farmer's life can be a little berserk, yeah. This is how I roll, I feed the cattle till their stomachs are full. Treat them right, that's my belief. What's for dinner? I say beef.
Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody.
I work out.
When I'm in my tractor, I got more power than an arc reactor. And when I'm in the field, I try to raise crops to maximum yield. This is how I roll. Without me, the world be out of control. The hours I work, there is no equal. Gotta feed the mouths of hungry people.
Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody. Gotta feed everybody. I'm farming and I grow it. I'm farming and I grow it.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. It's National Farmers Day, kicking off the show with a big shout-out to all the farmers out there who are keeping our dinner tables full of crops and meat and pork and bacon. I guess pork is bacon, but you know my point. A lot of farmers here in the Miami Valley, and our hats off to you for all you do. So happy National Farmers Day. It is the Evening Edge. Back after a few days off. Got a lot of lovely messages, well wishes from Edgeheads out there. Thank you so much. My wife had surgery on Monday, and she is home and recuperating and doing well. In fact, I actually pulled a line delivering pain meds into her stomach, and I pulled it out today. That was my job. So I got to kind of play doctor with my wife, but not in the fun way, but in that way. So anyway, I'm back and I'm happy to be here. And we've got a lot to talk about over the last few days. We had cars into buildings. We've had a crazy story involving a bus driver and White Claw, which will bring me to another topic about all the grief that I get from my friends because I enjoy a White Claw. Apparently, that's just it's not cool anymore. I don't know. I don't think that's the case, but that's what they're saying. Ron, are you down there by chance? Ron Otto?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hang on, I got a question for you.
Run. Take you, for example, Ron. Excited to meet you too, Ron. Run. Ron, please. Pleasure's all mine.
R-O-N, run.
That's well said, Ron.
R-O-N, run.
Yeah, Ron, I understand the situation.
Always a good time, Ron. Always a good time. Good time, Ron.
Today, we both failed at avoiding each other. We've been doing a pretty good job of that the last few weeks.
Right.
But,
yeah,
today,
you were out last week. I was out for a few days, but it was nice to see your smiling face today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, I've got a question. One, I believe you live in Kettering, correct?
That would be correct.
Okay. So you might know something about this, being a Kettering guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you also happen to own like a Ring camera or a Blink camera or something like that?
I do not.
You don't?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I, over the weekend, got a text message from a friend of mine, and she is on a couple of Facebook groups that talk about things that people catch on their Ring cameras, specifically for this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they own a business. They've got an office in Fairborn. They live in Beaver Creek, but they are close enough to the Kettering line where they also get messages on this group from folks that are there in Kettering. So somebody posted a picture. I guess there's a video, but I wasn't able to access the video because I'm not a member of this group. But I'm hoping that somebody might be able to confirm this. That apparently on Friday night, at some point, somebody reported on this group suspicious activity, and they posted a picture of a couple walking into a home in Kettering and leaving with a pan of lasagna. And this, as far as I know, this is real. This is not some joke, some prankster. because people were commenting about this, like, oh my gosh, who are these people going into strangers' homes and leaving with food?
That's something.
And I'm hoping that somebody knows more about this, because like I said, I couldn't get into the group because I don't live in those areas.
Yeah.
And as soon as I've tried to join groups on Facebook, and as soon as they see that it's me, no, you cannot come in. You'll make fun of us on the radio, that kind of thing.
You know, those groups, a member of the group has to allow you to come in. They have to like either invite you specially to go in there. And, so you can't just join any old group.
Right. It's the admin, and they have the final say. So if they look at your profile and they go, oh, I know that jokester, he's on the radio, we certainly don't want any of his shenanigans. And so I don't get in. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this friend of mine posted the question, and I asked her, I said, was this in Beaver Creek or Fairborn or Kettering or wherever it was? And someone responded that there is a pin on the map on this particular group that says it was near Windermere Drive in Kettering. And there is a picture. You kind of see someone opening a screen door. But that's all you see. And it's a woman who's holding it, and it looks like there's a guy.
So I'm assuming that the people across the street do not recognize these people who walked out with this.
Right. They didn't know who it was. This is what it said. Couple suspicious activity. First of all, it's titled Stolen Lasagna. Suspicious activity. Couple comes in and walks out with the whole pan of lasagna. They appeared to mumble something as they were leaving. Now, what could they have been mumbling?
I don't know.
Where's the garlic bread? Maybe.
Maybe.
Parmesan.
Yeah. Too bad they didn't have spaghetti.
Right.
I went in there trying to get a pot roast, and all I found was this stupid lasagna.
That's right.
Could be something like that.
Thieves, food thieves are becoming choosier and choosier, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
well, they're not in there looking for spam.
Well, that's true. Nobody's going to break into a house looking for spam.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thought, though. Two things. One, could this just been like a drunk couple stumbling into a friend's home to play a joke? Right? Because I could see that. I could see, I wouldn't do it, but I could certainly see someone say, hey, let's play a joke on, our neighbors.
Right.
I know that she made lasagna tonight. They're out of the house. I've got a key to their house, which often neighbors do have.
Yeah.
Let's go steal their lasagna. And I thought, well, I wouldn't do that, but I can understand somebody being dumb and drunk and thinking, oh, that might be fun.
It could be. Yeah. They were very specific. They had access to the house and easy access.
Yeah. But I've just never heard of this before. People, coming into someone's home and just stealing food.
I don't know. Usually, you come out of there with people thieve jewelry and money and credit cards and whatever they can find, but they're finding lasagna.
Right. I've heard stories of folks breaking into someone's house and then, having a sandwich while they're there.
Yes,
that happens all the time in Florida.
We've heard those stories.
The Florida guys, they get hungry when they're out prowling, and they're like, oh, I'm going to steal this. I'm going to steal this. Ooh, PB&J.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So,
yes.
All right. Well, I just thought maybe you were aware of this, being from Kettering, that there was gossip through the streets of the city.
I haven't heard that.
People talking about lasagna thieves on the loose.
No, believe it or not, I haven't. No.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ron. I appreciate that. Speaking of Ring camera, I saw this, and I would love confirmation on that story in Kettering. But this is interesting. Ring, the company Ring, is offering customers a chance to win $1 million if they can use their doorbell camera to capture a video of an alien encounter. And this apparently is the real deal. If you somehow catch on your camera aliens, you could win $1 million. Now, of course, people are going to be like, yeah, sure, there are no such thing as aliens. Some people may say that. You can still enter to win a contest on their page, their website. If you this is great. You can still submit your most creative interpretation of an extraterrestrial sighting on your Ring device. So they want you to create a fake alien encounter and enter that because they know that nobody's going to catch any real aliens. Melissa in Riverside. What's up, Melissa?
The lasagna thing. I have a Ring camera. I saw that Friday night, and on there, somebody talks, like the guy's going out the door, and there's all these Halloween decorations, and he says something like, "It sure smells good," or something like that, and he takes the aluminum foil, the whole roll of the aluminum foil.
So this is real. So this is actually a crime that was committed in Kettering. Someone stole a tray of lasagna.
Yes, a pan of lasagna. And then, like, I read through, like, all the comments, and then I went back through it the next day because I was showing somebody.
Yeah.
And then in the comments, they said, yeah, like, the police were called or something. And they said, whoever posted it said, I got my pan back, but the lasagna was gone.
So, no, wait a second. So they apparently took the lasagna home, either ate it all or put it into another tray or pan or whatever, and then returned the tray that they had stolen.
I don't think they returned the pan. I think somehow somebody knew who these people were or whatever, and somehow the police went there and they got the pan back. But, okay, I got another funny one for you.
Okay.
I have a ring camera at my own house.
Yeah.
And I had this big tree out front that I just had cut down a couple weeks ago. Well, I was watching my camera, and there's this guy walking down the sidewalk, and he starts walking towards this big tree I had.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a brown bag in his hand. Next thing I know, he totally face plants in my front yard. And my dogs were barking, but I didn't know why my dogs were barking, so I'm just like, get in here, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy was so drunk, he couldn't even walk.
Beer.
Yes.
Well, see, now that brings up a great topic, Melissa. Crazy things that you've caught on your Ring camera or your Blink camera.
Well,
I'm sure many people have caught strange things like that, and I would love to hear that. So thank you for that. And thanks for the confirmation. I appreciate that.
I will send you, because I'm in that group, so I can download that video and send it to you.
Oh, please do. I would love to see it.
All right. I'll send it to you later on.
Thank you. The Lasagna Bandits, they've been identified.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All righty. How is everybody? Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Kim. Yes, Tracy, you are the instigator of this awesome topic. Thank you. That is so cool. Hey, Jen. Oh, you got the video? Let's see. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Now, see, here's the thing. This is the problem I had the other day. It was requiring me to download the app and sign up for all of this nonsense. And I just don't, I don't have access to all that. So I don't know what the story is. Maybe somebody can convert it. I don't know. Record it on your phone or whatever. Hey, Renee, thank you for asking. My wife is doing great. She's at home. She actually came home yesterday, and she's been doing great. She's up and walking and doing all the things that she's supposed to do. We had a treadmill delivered today, so she can walk in the privacy of her own home, you know, instead of out there on the sidewalks, which sometimes could be a little uneven, you know, and I don't think she wants to trip and fall. So, but she's doing well. She is doing well, so thank you. I will say that was I think the first time I've spent the night in the hospital in, I don't know how long. And man, oh man, she had this, her IV that was delivering, pain meds. And they had trouble trying to stick her, find a vein. So they ended up putting it up close to where her elbow is. And every time she moved, that stupid machine would beep. Beep, 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 beep. And I spent the night with her on Monday night. Like I sat in one of the reclining chairs in there, and I spent the night. And I mean, I knew that there was going to be interruptions, the nurses coming in. That's just the way it goes. But daggone it, that stupid machine, beep, beep, beep. Holy cow. And at one point, I mean, they did show us what to do if it starts beeping, right? It did that when we first got into the room after her surgery, after she came out of recovery and we were in the room, and it would just beep. And I finally said, like, how do you stop this? And she's like, oh, you just hit this button, right? So I would do that. But in the middle of the night, the IV was on the other side of the bed from where I was. So every time it got up, if my wife didn't turn it off. And at one point she had her earbuds in and she was listening to a movie on her tablet, but she had her eyes closed, and the thing started beeping. And I was like, Mary, because I'd already gotten up like 2 or 3 times to turn it off. And I finally took my little neck pillow and I just kind of smacked her in the leg. She was in bed and she pulls off the thing. It's like, what? I said, turn off the daggone machine. It's beeping. So, yeah. That's exactly what I felt like, Clinton. Exactly what it felt like. Me taking on the daggone machine, IV machine. Let's see if anybody else sent me the picture or the video. Uh-oh. Another. Oh, we got it. Yep. Thank you for that. Another car into a building. Shannon. Okay. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7. Coming up after the news, I just got 2 more reports of cars into buildings. Happened today. One in Perry Township, one in Lima, and we do count Lima because they listen to the Evening Edge. And then I had 2 from a couple of days ago that I haven't talked about yet. So that's coming up. But first, let's talk to Sue in New Carlisle. What's up, Sue?
Hi, yes, I know that you discovered what happened to lasagna.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if a lot of times people break into houses to steal the TVs, but when they get in there, they find out the TVs are so large now they can't get them out the door and into their car. So I wonder if maybe he just smelled the lasagna.
That
and
could
decided
be.
to steal that. But as he's going out the door, what did he say? He probably said, "Don't you have any tossed salad or garlic bread to go with this?"
Right. If I'm going to break into a house for a meal, man, I want the full deal, right?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to do me a favor if you would.
What's that?
I'm here in the nursing home with my friend Roy, and he has been a fan for years of WHIO. We used to listen to it day and night.
Nice.
His name is Roy. Could you please say hi to Roy?
I would be happy to do that, Roy. I hope you're having a great day.
Hang on just a second.
Okay. Oh, you want me to talk to him?
He said, "Roy, I hope you have a great day."
I hope you have a great day, too.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Todd. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-O. Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Josh, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Glad to be back. Glad to be anywhere besides the hospital. For sure. For sure. Oh, geez. I did sleep there. I stayed the night in a reclining chair next to my wife's bed, just to keep her entertained, keep her company. So, but I did. You know what? I didn't mind doing it. I knew that it was going to be a crazy night, but Hey, Leslie, how are you? We actually were at Kettering Health, Miamisburg. That's where her doctor works out of. And I think I mentioned last week she had bariatric surgery. And that doctor works out of there, so. Bourbon. Bourbon. Yeah.
Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Did you see on Tuesday, none other than Alice Cooper was in town, and he went to Foy's Halloween shop in Fairborn. How cool is that? Talk about a rare celebrity sighting. Right there in downtown Fairborn. Alice Cooper. Checking out all the ghoulish and ghostly things there. And there's a lot. And not just at Foy's. There's a lot of weird stuff down there in downtown Fairborn. I mean, cool, fun stuff. That's what I mean. Right. I wonder if he went to Tickets. Oh, great restaurant there. Love their gyros. But, hey, if you had a encounter with Alice Cooper, maybe you were out there. 937-457-1290. We're talking about this Ring camera video that was posted over the weekend. Apparently, this happened, and we got confirmation. In Kettering, a couple, man and woman, apparently walked into a stranger's home and left with an entire pan of lasagna. And it says they appeared to mumble something as they were leaving. So that kind of brought us to this question, this topic. What's the strangest thing your Ring camera has ever captured? We had one person call in and say that they captured, well, a drunk guy walking down the sidewalk and face plant right into her yard. That, I'm sure, happens a lot. I remember a couple of years ago, there was a footage going around from Oakwood where someone caught a person in a bunny suit, if I'm not mistaken, walking up to their front porch and then walking away. And this happened a number of times. I don't know if they ever caught the bunny, but, crazy things are caught on camera sometimes. Mark in Springfield, what's up, Mark?
Well, what do you want first, my Alice Cooper story, or do you want the Ring story?
Well, whatever you want to throw this way, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, years ago when I was a bouncer, one of the girls there invited me to go to Alice Cooper's concert.
Okay.
Her uncle was the drummer at the time.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
So we spent the whole time backstage after the concert was over. Let me tell you, that is the most intelligent, God-fearing man I have ever met in my life.
Yeah, I've seen him in interviews, and he is a very devout man, and he just puts on this crazy show, right? That's all it is. That's all it is, and it's an act, and it's great.
Yeah. It is. I've seen him 8-9 times, probably, if not more, over the years since the 80s.
Very cool. Now, what about your Ring camera story? What'd you catch on video?
All right. Me and my daughter live on the same block. And one day we caught on there a parade. A guy marching down the street with an AR-15.
Wow.
Followed by a procession of police officers.
So
I guess he led them around the block a couple times before they finally talked him into giving up his gun.
On foot? Like they were following him, or?
On foot.
Oh, wow. That's a little creepy and scary.
It was. My daughter was she was home
Sure.
at the time with the newborn baby, and it was just
Yeah.
out.
That could have turned bad very quickly. Very quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's scary. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Let's see. Dan in Germantown. What's up, Dan?
How you doing?
Good. What's up?
My buddy works for Golf Galaxy. On Tuesday, Alice Cooper was up playing at Yankee Trade, stopped in Golf Galaxy, and gave a bunch of employees front row tickets.
Now see, there you go. He must have been in town for something. I mean, maybe it was just playing golf, because he is a big time golfer. But it's nice that he kind of made the rounds. Went to the Golf Galaxy, went to Foy's. Who knows where else he stopped by? You know?
Yeah, he said it was an incredible concert. He said they really rocked it out that night.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. Clinton and Piqua. What's up, Clinton?
Yeah, Bubba and Methany, when you leave them up to their own devices, not even your lasagna is safe.
That is true.
So the Ring camera. So a couple years ago, we had somebody try to break into our house, and so I went ahead and spent the money and got the Ring alarm system, I got about 7 cameras around the house. So my house is fully surrounded by cameras.
Okay.
Well, I also catch half of my neighbors, not Leslie, the other neighbor, half of my neighbor's backyard as well in his whole garage. Now, Friday and Saturday nights, him and his biker buddies out there, they drink, they have fun, whatever. They don't disturb anybody. They don't make a bunch of noise. They're pretty respectful. But every once in a while, when I wake up on Sunday morning to go to work, I have like 4,000 backyard camera notifications on my phone.
Yeah.
And I always end up pulling up someone with people in various states of drunken
undress. Am I right? Undress.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's been more than a few times where, oh, look, yeah, okay. So it's gotten to a point now where my wife will wake up in the middle of the night. She'll hear him out back there. She'll leave me a text that says, just delete the footage off the Ring camera. Dan had a party last night.
That's funny. That is funny. That's a little bit like living next door to an adult drive-in movie theater like they used to have in Fairborn at, what was it, Skyborn? Right?
Yeah,
if you live nearby, you could watch porn on the big screen over the fence. Yeah. No audio, but do you need it? Not really, right? I appreciate it, Clinton. Thank you. 937-457-1290. Ryan in England? Ryan, are you there? Ryan? Did he really say he was from England? But something happened to him. Uh-oh. MI6 got him. I don't know. Tim in Lima. What's up, Tim?
Hey, not much, Todd. Hey, I was thinking to myself that it seems like every time I turn on the radio and I'm listening to WHIO, during the traffic reports, it seems like there's always an accident up there on Needmore, like 75 and Needmore. And it was funny because I was listening to it, and sure enough, here comes Jason on the radio talking about another accident on Needmore.
Well, it's because they need more road.
Funny. But, I'm like wondering what's going on with that intersection. Maybe you should start keeping count of the number of accidents.
How many accidents on Needmore? Yeah.
Right.
Well, all right. Well, that's something to consider, Tim. Did you know about this? I'm going to get to this here in a second, that I got a report from Jack up in Lima that said that there was a vehicle into a home. It happened around, 5:58. I guess that would have been this morning. Did you hear about that? No? All right.
I haven't heard or seen anything about it.
All right. Well, maybe poke around and let me know if you find anything, okay?
Sure will.
All right, thank you. And that leads us, of course, to cars crashing into buildings.
Dayton drivers keep on crashing, colliding into homes and stores. Every week, another thrashing leaves the building feeling sore.
So over the last few days that I've been off, we've had 2 incidents. The first one happened on Tuesday, and this would be up in Vandalia. A car crashed into the front of a clothing store, and I appreciate everybody sending this to me. Edgehead Janelle, she sent this, and it was Sandy's Close Encounters. Close, not Close Encounters. Sandy's Close Encounters on South Dixie. So that car was completely inside the store. That would be 120. And then we had one, let's see, this was this morning? Woman allegedly ran from 2 crash scenes. Yesterday. Around 5 p.m., Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies were called to an accident on West Milford Avenue to reports of a car that crashed into a home. When they got there, they found a female driver had driven away from the scene. They later learned that the woman had been in a crash earlier on North Main Street near West Milford and drove away from that scene. After running from the crash, the woman drove onto a yard and hit a front porch. There were minor damage to the car and home, but it counted. It hit the house. So that would be 121. And then a few moments ago, I got a message, a story link from Edgehead Shannon, Perry Township, Ohio. Multiple fire departments were called to battle a Perry Township fire this morning. This happened on St. John's Road. Flames were visible upon arrival, and it was considered a structure fire. The occupant of the vehicle was able to get out of their car. I'm assuming this is Perry Township locally, right? I think so. But that would be 122, and then 123 if we get any confirmation. This house or this accident in Lima. Vehicle crashed into home, occupants of vehicle, unknown injury, unknown entrapment. So maybe that happened this morning in Lima. But that would be 4 that we're adding to the list. And if we get confirmation, that would be 123 so far for the year.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Clinton, you sounded fine. You sounded fine. I mean, your phone may have died, but I heard everything that you had to say, and I went on to the next call. So everything sounded spectacular. Oh, okay. He played at Hobart. Gotcha. How did I not know he was playing at Hobart Arena? I'm assuming that's where he played, right? Hobart Arena? Well, that's screwed up. Clinton, it's called Foy's, Foy''S. They've got I think 3 or 4 stores. 3 or 4 stores in there. Oh, okay, Jack. Thank you for that. Perry Township. Well, it's south of Lima, right? I wonder if that's the same. Maybe that's the same one. Right? Maybe that's the same. Okay. So we're only at 122 then. I bet the one in okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Jack, I think the accident that you sent me, was that you that sent me that? Somebody, or yeah. Was that you? No, that was somebody else. Somebody else named Jack. I bet the one that Jack sent me is the same one as the one that Shannon sent me, because that one was in Perry Township. So I don't know. We'll have to decipher it. But then I just got another one. Nope. Ashley, we're at we had 119. We had one that was rescinded. There was one that was rescinded because we never got confirmation, and the people that we sent, Channel 7 sent crews there, and they couldn't find anything. So sometimes I take reports before we actually have news stories. Maybe that's something we need to think about. Like, we don't cover it unless it's a news story. I don't know. Clinton, I'll take a look at it here in a couple of momentos. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So we've got a clarification. The two newest reports of cars into buildings, I think they're actually the same accident. Because the story that I had said Perry Township, but there is a Perry Township just south of Lima. And that was the other report, was there was a car into a building this morning in Lima. So I think those are the same. However, I just got a tip from a listener, Sean, who said that this morning there was a vehicle into a structure on Philadelphia Drive here in Dayton, or Philadelphia Avenue. And apparently 4 juveniles ran from a car after hitting a building. So I don't know. We'll have to get details on that. So right now we're at 122, I would say. 122, and that would be Tina in Dayton. That was her guess back in August. Dennis in Wapakoneta, what's going on, Dennis?
Yeah, Todd, I was taking my grandson to preschool this morning, and it was just before 6 o'clock, and we drove by where that car was into the house. It was terrible.
Now where is this one at?
The Perry Township one.
Okay, all right. So that was, I'm guessing that's the two were the same, that the report.
Yeah.
So it caused a big fire, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it burned out. I went by this afternoon when I picked them up from school, and the whole house is burned out. There's a
Wow.
shell there, but
Yeah.
I feel for the people. It's sad.
It's awful. It's awful. And we talk about this, and I always say this, we're not making light of it. It happens, and it happens a lot. And this is more of a public service announcement. You got to pay attention when you're out there. There's too many darn distractions out there on the road and in the car, and people are just not paying attention. Now, sometimes it's a medical issue, and there's nothing you can do about that at the time, right? I mean, it happens.
Right.
But the vast majority of this are people who get confused, whether they're just not paying attention, or maybe they're older and they just, get a little frazzled when they're in the car and they mistake the gas for the brake or whatever, or they're on their phone, right? So that's why we talk about it. That's why we talk about it. Thanks, Dennis. I appreciate it. Joel and Troy, what's up, Joel?
Just fine and dandy. Just getting off of work here at Honda. Don't work in Troy. I work in Marysville.
Okay. So what's going on?
I'm just hearing you talk about Ohio, man. So I'm just kind of wondering if you can do also a Michigan man. So it's since the Ohio State and Michigan game coming up, we're just going to have to think it'd be a good idea to have a rivalry between a Michigan man and Ohio man.
Not bad, not bad. That's a good idea. I do have an Ohio man quiz that I'm going to do a little bit later, and I did see a story about a township somewhere in Michigan where in the last week or so, not one, not two, not three, but 4 different men have been spotted naked in the city. Doing various things, and I thought, well, when will I talk about that? So this is a great idea, Joel. I appreciate it, and I'll bring it up. Thank you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All right, I'm trying to find this link, Leslie. You said you sent me something, or you tagged me? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm going to mention that. Clinton, I'm going to mention this. This is cool. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, for crying out loud. Hey, Harold, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well. I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Now listen up, y'all. I got a story to tell about a radio show that'll ring your bell. In Dayton, Ohio, I'm bringing the flow on the evening edge. WHIO. When you're in your car coming home from work and you're feeling like you need a little perk, tune me in and I'll ease your mind. A shot of fun will help you unwind. I've got stories and parodies. A darn good time is guaranteed. I'm rapping with callers from all around. Some sound crazy and some profound. All week long I'm on the air, laying it down with casino flair. You never really know what you're gonna get from a cocaine bear or a giant cheesette. So if you're in Dayton or far away, the evening edge, a tasty entree. And that's my rap and I'm keeping it tight. My name is Todd and I'm dropping the mic. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. If you're just joining us, yeah, I'm back after a few days off. Taking care of my wife who had surgery on Monday. By the way, she's doing great. She's up and around, walking around, shouting out orders, telling me what to do. Give me this, give me that, do this, do that. All right. I'm here to serve. No, I'm happy to do it. And spent the night in the hospital. Monday night. She had surgery Monday morning. And, I just felt like I needed to be there with her. So I spent the night. And it was nice. I mean, as far as staying in a hospital room is overnight, right? All the beeps and, sounds that go along with that. And the constant interruptions from the great medical staff there at Kettering Health Miamisburg. Thank you so much. We got great care, and it was not enjoyable, but hey, it is what it is, right? But so she's home, and she came home yesterday, and everything is great. Actually, she came home the day before. I think I misspoke earlier. She came home on Tuesday. And yesterday, I stayed there just to make sure, everything was cool and copacetic, as her mother was also in town. So yeah, it was the best experience we could have had. So, and thank you to everybody who sent messages, who posted online. I posted a picture of her just before she went into surgery, and she really appreciated that. So thank you for that. I have a current events quiz, and it's a Ohio man themed current events quiz. And we have tickets to give away for the Land of Illusion Haunted Scream Park. If you would like to go, give Random Allen in the house tonight, producing. Give him a call, 937-457-1290. We'll hook you up with the current events quiz, and we'll have a little fun on the air. But first, we have a Florida woman story.
She's totally crazy. She ain't no lady. Meth grin smells of gin. She's really wild, yeah, doing it trailer style. She'll pull a razor, carries a taser. Trash a bar, steals a car. She's the one Mama said stay far away from. Yeah, she's a Florida woman.
Now, I love this Florida woman story because it's so descriptive in what happened. And, once in a while you get a story like that. Some Florida woman, Florida man stories, it's just a couple of sentences and you move on, right? This is what happened, how crazy, ha, 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 and we move on. This one, on the other hand, it takes a whole other dimension. This is great. A Marion County, Florida woman was arrested after cops say she threw a Coke can and a sausage at a gas station cashier during a heated altercation. This happened at a King Quick. I wish we still had King Quicks. Remember King Quicks? They were all the rage around here. King Quicks. There was one in Beaver Creek. They're at the corner of, Fairfield and Kemp. I always remember going to the King Quick. We don't have them anymore. Anyway, the cashier of the King Quit told the cops that the incident started over an argument about the transaction at the counter. Then the two reportedly began shouting racial slurs at one another. Well, that's always a good idea. And that caused the verbal altercation to turn physical. The suspect allegedly grabbed a sausage from the hot tray and its tongs and hurled the sausage at the cashier. Again, breaking one of my hard, fast rules, using food as a weapon. You just shouldn't do it. The sausage hit the cashier in the right wrist, and then the sausage hurler fled the store. But then there's more. The cashier grabbed the sausage off the floor, chased the woman outside, and threw it at her car. That's when she went back inside the King Quit, but then there's even more. The suspect got out of her car, went back into the store, and retaliated by throwing the Coke can she had just purchased and the same sausage. This sausage is seeing a lot of action, right? That's a lot of sausage action. The soda can hit the counter, and the cashier was able to get out of the way of the flying sausage. The store owner who witnessed the entire incident told the suspect she needed to leave the store, but she refused. She loitered and taunted the store employees for about another 10 minutes, and that's when cops showed up and arrested the woman. She's now facing assault charges with a can of Coke and a sausage. So that is right there. That is a great Florida woman story. All right. I think we got, let's see, is this Isaac?
Yes.
Isaac, you want to take the current events quiz? I see.
I'd love to.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God.
Let's get it going.
Everybody. It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Thank you very much, Norm Kelly. Current events quiz sponsored by Abbey Road Chimney Services. Call 937-833-0505 or online at abbeyroadchimneysweeps.com. Now, Isaac, do you know how to play the current events quiz?
I do. The
All right.
always C.
That's right. 3 questions, 3 possible answers. It's always C. And tonight, these questions have an Ohio man theme. So
He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
all right, Isaac, you are playing for a pair of tickets for Land of Illusion Haunted Scream Park. Here is question number 1. Columbus cops arrested a man after they say he brought what items into a school while picking up his child? A, a glass bong, B, a boa constrictor, or C, a BB gun, hatchet, and machete.
Ooh. I'll have to go with C, Todd.
You got it. That is correct. I guess I can understand forgetting that you've got like a little knife on your belt, right? But when you're going in there with a hatchet, a machete, and a BB gun, you're asking for trouble, in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah, the machete's a little aggressive.
That's right. That's right. That's where it got aggressive. Not the hatchet, not the BB gun, but the machete. That's where we crossed the line. All right, here's question.
Exactly.
Here's question number 2. An Ohio man is facing charges after he flew what over Ohio Stadium during this past Saturday's Buckeyes game? A giant inflatable terrapin. Or they were playing Maryland, and that's a turtle. That's their mascot. B, a large phallic-shaped balloon that reads, "Show me your nuts." Or B, or C, a drone.
I'll have to go see the drone.
You got it. Now, I didn't know this. The FAA restricts drone flights over the stadium an hour before kickoff, during the game, and an hour after the game. So that's what he was doing. He was breaking the law. All right, here's question number 3. A Cleveland man was arrested after cops say he was caught on surveillance camera doing what? A, violating a neighbor's Halloween pumpkin. B, stuffing his pockets full of croutons at a buffet. Or C, jamming metal objects into railroad tracks in an attempt to cause a derailment.
I'm going to have to say C, Todd.
You got it. And apparently he did cause a slight derailment when the train, this was a CXX train, it hit these metal objects. A couple of the wheels came off, but they managed to correct themselves. And there was, there was no major derailment. So that could have been just awful. But there you go, Isaac. You're the winner. Hang on the line and we'll get your details and get those tickets out to you, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it, man.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L. S. T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Hey, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I got to run down to the printer. Jeff, that's cool. Captain Scurvy, I like that idea. Very, very clever. Very clever.
For over 200 years, there have been reports of giant, man-like creatures roaming the vast mountain regions of the Pacific Northwest and Canada. Hundreds of people have encountered these creatures the Indians call Sasquatch. In some remote wilderness where man has never been, these creatures are living in complete solitude.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I think a little bit of the Evening Edge is rubbing off on the Miami Valley's Morning News with Larry Hanskin. This morning, apparently, they were talking about Bigfoot. Oh, man. And I think it was in relation to a video that I posted a day or two ago. And here's the story. The Denver Gazette says a couple traveling on a train in Colorado claim they recently spotted Bigfoot walking on a hillside. Shannon and Stetson Parker captured the creature on video and took pictures. So this video is going around. I posted it on my Facebook page, so you can go and check it out for yourself. It is 100%, without question, a guy in a suit. Here's the thing. You see him walking, and it was just by chance that a train was passing by on the tracks above this hillside, right? And you see this Sasquatch, supposed Sasquatch, walking and looking back over his shoulder at the train. And then at some point, he just sits down. He just sits down, and you see the way he sits. It wasn't creature-like. He just sat down. He apparently he got tired. He's probably been out there all day. Every time a train walks by or rolls by, he's out there walking, trying to get attention, trying to get some fool like these two to take a picture. Like, oh my God, we saw Sasquatch. But you'll have to check out the video. But I think it's funny that Larry and Brittany and the whole crew were talking about Sasquatch. I wonder what Jeremy Ratliff had to say about it. Jeremy's pretty astute when it comes to Bigfoot details and stories like that. He follows that sort of thing. Leslie in Piqua, what's up, Leslie?
Hey, I just want to let you know I was at Foy's on Tuesday with the grandkids. Did not see Alice Cooper.
You were. So did you get to meet him?
No, I didn't see him.
Oh, you didn't see him.
No, I was trying to keep track of a 2- and 4-year-old, so it's, a little crazy.
But you were there at the same time.
I don't know what time he was there, but I was there that afternoon.
So let me ask you a question. You heard me talking about Alice Cooper being at Foy's, and you called up to say, "Hey, I was at Foy's on Tuesday, but didn't see Alice Cooper."
Right.
Oh, okay.
And I got a funny ring story for you.
All right. Did you spot Alice Cooper?
No, we got a ring because we were finding weird stuff on our mailbox.
What do you mean, like weird stuff? What kind of weird stuff?
A half-eaten hamburger bun. And we have crazy neighbors, not Clinton or the ones next to him that, are called on his Ring doorbell.
Okay.
But the crazy ones. And we thought it was them doing stupid stuff to our house. So my husband was like, that's it, I'm getting a ring. We get the ring, we have it a few days, and I get a notification that there's someone on our front porch.
Yeah.
So I pull it up and I look, and there's a squirrel on our porch rail. I'm like, okay, no big deal.
Right.
I go out, and there's a half-eaten apple on my mailbox. So
interesting.
The squirrel is the reason we have a Ring doorbell.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the squirrel was finding food randomly dropped probably throughout your neighborhood and bringing it back to your mailbox to enjoy.
And we thought it was a crazy neighbors.
Yeah, you know what? That gives me a good idea. I need to put a camera in my backyard so I can capture Edgy and maybe have like a live feed, the Edgy live feed.
There you go.
That's not a bad idea. Thank you, Leslie.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Thank you, Jeffrey. That's cool. That's awesome. Wonder if he bought anything. That looks like the Curiosity Shop. Yeah, that looks like the Curiosity Shop. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good question, Jen. I don't know. All right, I got to run down to the printer again. More photos of my butt. You notice I'm growing my beard back again? I don't know how long it'll last. I guess that's true, Jen. That's a good point. That is a good point. Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. You know, we were just talking about a supposed Sasquatch sighting in Colorado. You can see the video on my Facebook. It's a guy in a suit. That's my take. But speaking of such cryptids, as they say, this is kind of cool. This is happening tomorrow night at the Secret Chamber House of Oddities in downtown Fairborn. And I love that store. If I'm down there during the day, like on a weekend, I always try to stop in. It's been a while since I've been there. But this is one of the stores it looks like Alice Cooper visited the other day when he was in downtown Fairborn checking out toys. He also stopped there at the Secret Chamber House of Oddities, it looks like, because somebody sent me a picture of their wife or girlfriend. I forget. What does it say? Is it girlfriend, wife? I don't. But anyway, there's a picture of this lady with Alice Cooper, so that was kind of cool. Well, tomorrow, of course, is Friday the 13th, and they are having a cryptid art show. Now, this is kind of cool. And this is what they write in their little post on Facebook. We want to bring the creep factor with this very special art show dedicated to all creepy cryptoids or cryptids. What is a cryptid? Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Point Pleasant's famous Mothman, to name a few. There are so many stories heard of and unheard of across the world. We are opening this art show to bring your imagination and possible information that is sure to make you wonder. And when creatures like this, if these creatures like this existed or still exist. So come celebrate. Ooh. Yeah, it's going on tomorrow night from 6 to 10, the Secret Chamber House of Oddities. Down there in Fairborn, 17 West Main Street. Looks like fun. Cool place. Speaking of creepy things. No, it's not you, Random. We will do. Random is here, and we're gonna do a. He's so random here in 1 second. So get ready. But speaking of creepy things, October 28th, 7:00, out at the Plaza Theater in Miamisburg. We're going to be doing a special Evening Edge screening of Night of the Living Dead, 1968 classic. Special guest, John Russo. Now, who's John Russo? Well, he's just the co-writer of the film. Holy cow. That's right. He's going to be doing a Q&A following the screening. Tickets are $10. I am going to have some to give away here probably next week and the following week. And this is sort of like this movie, maybe not the original, but really sort of the game-changing zombie film of the modern cinema generation. And I got the approval today, or we signed off on it, a very, very cool limited edition Evening Edge Night of the Living Dead poster, movie poster. I'm going to have some of those to give away out there as well. And I'm going to post that poster here shortly on my Facebook with details about the event and also how you can score some tickets and buy some tickets. So that's going to be happening October 28th, 7 o'clock.
That's random.
So random.
Random.
Your thoughts are so random.
Oh, random. That's so random.
Well, it's all very random.
He's a random guy.
So Random Alan, my producer, it's been a while since you've been on the show, right?
Yes, it has.
So I'm glad that you're back.
Well, Todd, it's good to be back, and I've got some weird animal facts for you.
Oh, some weird random animal facts, because of course he's so random.
I'm very random, yes. We see animals every day, and I don't think we appreciate just how weird they can be. So we're going to play a little current events quiz-esque game. I'm going to give you 3 questions, and I want you to try to guess which weird animal fact, A, B, or C, is true, and I'll explain it. I think you'll be surprised by at least some of them.
Can I use my my sound effects and everything?
Would it be an Evening Edge segment if you couldn't, Todd?
Yeah, wouldn't I? Wouldn't want to do it that way. So hit me up. Let's go.
Okay, Todd. Which one is true? A, humans can swallow up to 50 spiders in their sleep in a week. B, fire ant colonies will combine together to create a little fire ant boat if they get flooded out. Or C, some bats can shoot venom from their eyes if they're in danger. What say you, Todd?
So which one of those is true?
Yes.
Is it possible that they all could be true?
No.
Okay. I'm going to say B.
You are correct.
The ants can create a boat if they get flooded out.
So fire ants are already mean,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I think the last place you would expect to run into them, it would be like in a river or a lake.
Yeah.
So if a fire ant colony gets washed out, they will all combine together and then make like a little raft. And they won't just like die to do this. They'll like rotate around.
Sure.
In order to make so that they can't drown or anything.
Kind of an ant raft.
Yeah, an ant raft, if you
Okay.
will.
Okay.
And then they will float along like this until they hit something, whether it be a piece of wood, an unfortunate otter, or even a boat. There have been people casually rafting down the river, and then suddenly they're swarmed by thousands of fire ants.
That's no fun. That's why I don't go out on rivers. That's just too much nature.
That sounds like a great way to wake up in the morning, I think. You'd
yeah.
definitely be awake.
Yeah.
Question 2, Todd.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, A, possums, are they magnetic? B, bulls can see the color red from 1,000 miles away. And finally, C, there's a frog that can use its hand bones, the claws, like Wolverine from X-Men. Which one is true?
I'm going to go with C.
You are correct.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
There is a species of frog in Africa called the hairy frog. It is called the hairy frog because it has these weird little bristles on the side of its head that are like sideburns.
Right.
And when it's in danger, it breaks its own hand bones to stick them out through its skin and attack predators with these makeshift hand claws.
Yeah. See?
So it has sideburns and bone claws. It is literally a Wolverine frog.
Nature is crazy.
This
It's
is
so
a real
weird.
animal.
Yeah.
Be very afraid.
All right. What's question number 3?
Our final question, and I will be breaking a little bit of a rule here. Okay. Question 3. Which one is true? There are snakes that can launch themselves into the air and glide like flying squirrels. That's A. B. There's a tiny animal that can survive in a volcano at absolute zero or in the vacuum of space. And C. There is a living group of dinosaurs still around. Todd, what do you think?
Again, can all 3 be correct?
In this case, I will give you an all of the above option.
Okay. Well, that seems pretty clear to me. All of the above.
You are correct,
D.
Todd. Which is the one you want to hear about first?
Well, snakes are,
Snakes. I hate snakes.
Snakes are like, snaky, very snaky.
Yeah, so give us that one first.
There's a mildly venomous snake in Southeast Asia that can flatten out its body and glide like a flying squirrel. just from the top of like giant trees. So you could just be looking up one day, walking around, and you see a snake flying towards your face.
Right. Yeah. I see. Again, I'm not going out into the woods. I'm not going out into the jungle.
Nature's scary.
It's just there's too much nature in the world.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with a flying snake.
Stay inside where it's air conditioned and there's no snakes.
Question B. The tardigrades, which means like water bears, are these little tiny bug-like animals that usually live in moss, but they're relatively unremarkable. But aside from the fact that they're nearly indestructible for some reason, they can survive at near absolute zero. They can survive in volcanoes. They can survive in a nuclear reactor, and they can survive. People have sent them into space, and they can survive in the vacuum of space and then come back just fine.
It sounds like those little creatures are tougher than roaches.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. They don't. People have no idea why they're so indestructible.
Well, it seems to be the case. So what was
the
last one?
They are very cute. Okay, Todd, there is a group of living dinosaurs that are walking around with you right now.
Aren't they called alligators?
Actually, no. Kind of close, but no. I want to give you one guess. I'm going to give you one guess.
Of what kind of animal they are?
What animal that's living around you do you think is a living dinosaur?
Probably a bird.
You are correct.
See, I'm on it tonight.
Yes, you are. This is your lucky night. Birds are literally dinosaurs. They're the last living dinosaurs.
Well, I know that because yesterday, with my wife recovering from her surgery, we watched Jurassic Park.
Really?
And there's a little scene in there where he talks about the dinosaur is probably most likely related to a bird opposed to reptiles.
That is very true. They are very weird reptiles, and there's a group of dinosaurs that are two-legged, which are called theropods. They have the T-Rex and velociraptors are very famous.
The small arms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They had a lot of them had feathers. They were warm-blooded,
right?
And they had hollow bones. And like velociraptors were less lizard monster and more like a flightless ground eagle. They're very closely related to birds. So birds were the last surviving dinosaurs and the only ones to survive the asteroid. I think the wings probably helped.
Probably so.
What can I say? Nature is crazy and random.
That's random.
So random.
Random.
Your thoughts are so random.
Oh, random.
That's so random.
Well, it's all very random.
He's a random guy.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Harold, you know what? I've actually been to that location. I forget the name of the place. It's actually not far from where some friends of mine live, and we went one day. And there's an area that is sort of walled off, just I think to the west of this little town, and that's where they shoot all the Living Dead stuff. Or not Living Dead, but what is that place called? What is that? What? I forget what town. Let's see. Walking Dead. That's what it is. Sonoya. That's it. Sonoya. I've been there. I also have been to the studios that Tyler Perry put up. Yeah, it's pretty neat. They've got like in the town, they've got they have got like a little museum. Not really a museum. I mean, it's like a gift shop, but downstairs, I guess they've got one or two pieces from the show, The Walking Dead. Clinton, I am with you. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think some of the zombie stuff has just kind of gone too far. And what I mean by too far, it's just like there's just so much of it. It's just kind of like, ugh, okay. Not terribly exciting to me or interesting. That's why I'm excited about this Night of the Living Dead, because that's like the original, right? Okay. Brazelton. Trying to figure out where that is. Okay, yeah. My friends live in Sharpsburg.
You are a stupid, stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile pig!
Wake up, idiot!
Silly dilly dokio. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, ending the show tonight with an Idiot of the Week. I think this is a classic Idiot of the Week because I think there's a couple of idiots here. One, this is in Long Island. I think the bus driver is an idiot. I think the local cops might be idiots. The only folks here that may not be idiots are the school district. I don't know. Maybe I'm the idiot for thinking this, but there was a 60-year-old bus driver who was fired from her job last week after it was discovered she was driving a school bus while drinking a White Claw. So this bus driver, she's out doing her thing, making her rounds, and just sipping on a White Claw. And I guess some of the students were like, "Hey, wait, what you're drinking? You're drinking a White Claw." And so they notify the school, and the school does an investigation. And yep, lo and behold, this bus driver was drinking a White Claw. But here's the story. She says that she didn't know that it was alcoholic. She says that she took the drink from the refrigerator that she shares with her roommate and had no idea that White Claw was alcohol. She lost her job. And when the school district, reported this, because you're going to have to report that to the police, the Long Island police say they're not going to charge her because they believe her. Now, let me ask you a question. I mean, if you accidentally drank alcohol one day, first of all, would you really accidentally drink alcohol one day? Does anybody really accidentally drink alcohol? I don't think so. But even if you did, and you get pulled over by the police, are they going to believe you? Are they going to say, "Oh, we understand. I guess you weren't paying attention. That's okay. We're not going to press charges." Yeah, I'm calling BS on that. Seriously. You look at a White Claw can, it's clearly alcohol. Oh, well. Maybe she'll get her job back. Who knows? It'll just be a funny story that she tells her grandkids one day. Well, there you go. Thanks for listening. You can get the podcast at eveningedgetodd.com or all your favorite podcast platforms. Shoot me an email, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, and follow me on social media. Have a great Thursday night. Thanks. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a terrific night. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.